Baby B, thank you so much for being here. How are you? The first one here, Baby B. Lena, welcome. Welcome to the Loveship. How are you? Double D with the red heart. Thank you for being here. Miriam. Hello. How are you? Hi, Laura. Miriam, I want you to call me as soon as this is over and tell me about your marriage. How's your evening? Lena, my evening was eventful. Laura, hello, how are you? Struggling bad, honestly? I mean, if you want to talk about it, I'm nosy. So hit your boy up. Rise Against 1984, how are you? You had to block a guy today, Laura? What happened? Yeah, I'll call you after. Hello, Noah. Miriam, thank you for the daps. I feel you, Miriam. I'm not mentally well today either. Kelly, how are you? Thank you for being here. Emily, welcome. Clock it, Noah. It's late tonight, Noah. Sorry. Hi, Spirit. You've been crying all day? Aw, I'm sorry. User 89, hello. When did you guys separate? Has it been a while? Today's just like a extra rough day. Hello, Destiny. How are you? Thank you for the taps, everybody. Karen, hi. Anna, welcome. Crashly, Ashley, welcome. How are you? How are you, Anna? Our 1 year, so April 28th. So today would be your 1 year anniversary. What's the difference? English British and English American? We spell words correctly. We don't throw in extra U's in there. It's like color. They'll spell it C-O-L-O-U-R. My ex-girlfriend would spell it the way British people do because she thought it made her seem fancier. It was one of my best pet peeves ever, is my ex-girlfriend would spell color C-O-L-O-U-R. Hi, this is Brazil. Well, thanks for being here. Well, we've been hanging out a lot and some crazy stuff blew up last night, so now we aren't talking. Miriam. I mean, I'm not going to judge you, girl. England originated the language and we perfected it. Thank you for the taps. Christina, how are you? Nelly, welcome. Jan, hello. Maya, thank you for being here. You have a question? I got answers, girl. Hi, Poppy, hello. How are you? Thank you for the taps. Thanks for having me. You're welcome, Nelly. I appreciate you for being here. It's just a simplified version, and simplified is better. Simpler's better. Talina, how are you? Jessa, welcome. Amira, 1, how are you? Hello, Heather. JC, welcome. Sherry, hello. Thank you so much for sending me roses, Charlie. I appreciate you. This is hands down the hardest thing I've been through in a long time. I don't know why. I mean, maybe because it's a divorce. Giving up on love isn't easy. Sandy, thank you for being here. Keo, welcome. What do you call when a man is interested in you, but they're not taking you on a date? I mean, how long have you guys been talking? You're so handsome. Thank you, Arthur. Ronnie, thank you for the follow. Quick flex. The Hulk Hogan flex. But it isn't fouled yet, so it's like a game. Yeah, it's like this, it feels like you're in this limbo where you really want it to work out, and they're like promising you that it'll work out, but their actions say otherwise. So he's kind of like keeping you trapped in the marriage in a way. I mean, some pretty so simple, easy things are better, but that's like objective. About 3 weeks. You guys have been talking for 3 weeks, and he doesn't want to go on a date with you yet. I would call that a waste of time. If there are no date plans after 2 weeks of talking, you just want a pen pal at that point. Been a while. How are you, Jen? Thanks for being here. Arthur, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. From Peru, thanks for being here. You're loved. Well, thank you, stay-at-home mom to 3. I appreciate you. Needed and worthy. I thank you so much. What are we talking about? We're talking about love and stuff in here, Nelly. Good morning from Germany. Lisa from Germany, how are you? Thanks for being here. Daddy, why are you inside your car? Are you hiding or something? Can cars be in space? It's Loveship. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. Arthur, thank you for the rose. She just texted me happy birthday after no contact. Reply or just like the text? Ignore it. Ignore it. Even better. Been trying hard and thought things were okay now, and then boom, one hard conversation I brought up. I'm very interested, Noelle. I'm very interested if once I hear things, I'm going to see something that you're missing. Hello, Alex. Vivi, hello, how are you? Hi from heaven. Hello, Jesus. Thanks for being here. I've been on this live for 2 minutes. Where's my date invite? Mel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Sorry. I know my notifications were on. Okay, am I the problem? I feel like after a week, all attraction to a potential partner is just gone. Yeah, Leah. Sounds like a good old case of self-sabotage. Do you know your attachment style? It sounds like you're possibly disorganized. Fearful, avoid it. Alba, hello. Good morning from Norway. Welcome. Helene from Norway, how are you? Ignore it altogether. Helene, thank you for the follow. Philly, give me a rundown of the situation again, real fast, a quick summary. You want this person back? And no contact has been how long? Helene, thank you for the follow. Lisa, I'm fine today. I'm worse today than I was yesterday, but I'm fine. Can you say happy birthday, Devin? Well, happy birthday, Devin. Enjoy your birthday. Casey, thank you for the follow. Boyfriend and I are back together now. He's not flirty or anything. I feel like I'm putting all in for two work. Savage, thank you for the follow. I mean, communicate that. Julie, use I statements. I feel, fill in the blank, emotion that you feel since we've got back together, because fill in the blank reason, because you're just not flirting with me. Don't you see these goodies? Let me know I got these goodies every once in a while. I statement's super important if you feel like any of your love languages aren't being met, and you can feel the drought. 2 months of no contact so far, and I just turned 30. And do you want them back? Greetings from Colombia. Hello, Sandra from Colombia. 2 months of no contact, and you want them back? Tina, thank you for the follow. Sava, 3X, how are you? You make it today? That's all that matters? Well, thank you. That is all that matters. I made it. Work, sorry. Kelly, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Hello, Lucas. Do I speak Spanish? No. Nice hair and eyes? Thank you. Good evening. Hello, Heather. Good evening to you, too. You're very cute. Well, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to reconnection. So it's been 2 months, no contact. They just texted happy birthday. If you want to get back with them, you can respond. You can respond like, thanks. You want to you want to meet up and just catch up, leave it there, and we can map out a plan for what you do with that meetup. Link in the bio. Book a phone call. Book a FaceTime. I'll help you make a whole little plan of getting your ex back. Ulyssida, hello. How are you? But you can respond if your goal is to get them back. Respond. It's been 2 months. They're saying happy birthday. Go for it. Say thank you and invite them for a little meetup. Francie, how are you? Of Italy, a man from Italy. Well, thanks for being here, Andrea from Italy. Shout out to Spaghetti and Pizza. Sandra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Tyler, welcome. Ola. Joe, how are you? But if you absolutely do not want to get back with them, don't respond. Don't respond unless you literally feel nothing. If you literally feel nothing and you'll never feel nothing for them and they treated you horribly, don't respond. Just don't respond if they treated you horribly. But if you feel nothing, whatever, who cares? Patricia, thank you for the follow. Because there's no contact are for different things. No contact is either to get them back or to protect yourself. That's it. So if you need the protection, keep protecting yourself. Patricia, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you so much. From Nicaragua, thanks for being here, Stephen. How are you? Just popping by. Well, Karen, thanks for popping by. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Hello, baby from Colombia. You look as nice. Well, thank you. Portuguese? I don't speak Portuguese. Thanks for being here. Hello, Candy. How are you? Lisa, welcome. Candy, thank you for the follow. Christy, hello. I am. You're doing better than ever? Well, I'm so happy to hear that. Pied Piper, hello. Hello, Natalie with the hand hearts. Thanks for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you so much. If you're new, click that follow button. Drop some corgis and I'll follow you back. Hello, Kay. Tori, hello. DL, I don't understand a word you're saying, girl, but I appreciate you for saying them. Hello, Kayla. Todd, welcome. Tammy, hello. You're looking for a husband? Well, I hope you find it. Hi, Mehmet. Ob and Crystal, thank you for being here. Crystal, thank you for that follow. Hi, Nancy. Mel Marie, I missed you. Thanks for coming back. User 68, thank you for being here. How are you? You went on a second date today? How'd it go, girl? I'm assuming it went well. Butterfly Kiss, hello, how are you? Alyssa, welcome. And Feeney and Maria, hello. Can't even get a text back. Hi, Michelle. And Michelle. Paula, welcome. Megsy, hi. Hello, Jody. Amanda, thank you for being here. Good, he wants to see me again tomorrow. See, this is what happens, y'all. You come into the Loveship, you let Super Ken give you advice. Now you have 3 dates in a row. So I tried the advice you gave me about my husband feeling shame. Caught him cheating instead. Even better. Hi, Paula. Look at that, Bex. No more wasted time. Iv, how are you? Hi from Guatemala. Welcome. I'm just over here hitting the fast forward on everybody's love life. Raha, how are you? Paula, hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. From Mexico, cooking tamales, tacos, rice, and beans? Well, send some of that this way. Hello, Santi and Nini. I mean, it's a very heart-shattering experience to find out you're being cheated on, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I know you're dealing with an incredible amount of pain right now. But damn, No more wasting time on that guy. Paula, thank you for the follow. You're from Brazil? I'm from California. Elise, welcome. Well, Moana, thank you for the follow. How did you find out that he was cheating? We were like, all right, I'm going to use some I statements. And you're like, I feel this way. And he just goes, girl, I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Handsome. Miguel, thank you. How many dates is it in the seriousness? Because he put it in that way today. But I said maybe a couple. So he asked you what do you consider a serious amount of dates? I feel like 3 is pretty serious. 1 date is a dot. 2 is like, okay, let's see where this go. A 3rd date, it's getting pretty serious. Beauty Hack Suitor, hello. Son, welcome. Walked in to talk to him. He didn't know I was home. Oh no. Birdie Bird, hello. Paula, welcome. So you just walked in? You just walked in on him doing the deed? Hi, Raha. The ceiling ambiance. Thank you for appreciating it, Sarah. You will never be bored. Whether I behave well or badly is up to you. Is that a threat? Beauty Hack Suitor, how are you? Hi, Jacqueline. Karen, welcome. Spanish? No. I'm damaged goods now. What do you mean you're damaged goods? Luna, thank you for being here. Julia, welcome. Good night. DL, thanks for being here. Hi from Brazil. Hello. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it. Lisette, hi. I'm doing fine, Beauty Hack Suitor. Thank you for asking. Beautiful boy. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Fish, how are you? Paula, thank you for those taps. I appreciate it so much. And now with the white heart, welcome. Saray, thank you for being here. How are you? Rosa Maria, welcome. Astro Boy, hello. Yes, Raw. I mean, that's the only way. Hello, Ash and Leah. Thank you for being here. How are you, Raven? We Colombian women know how to take care of a man. Take care of yourself. A pleasure, Papacito. Well then. Hello, handsome. Hello, thanks for being here. Catherine, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. SA89, thank you for the follow. Casado, I don't know what that means. Greeting from Guatemala? Well, Catherine from Guatemala, how are you? It's me. Hello. How are you? You're pregnant with my baby? Well, I think it's time for a late-term abortion. XO Rosa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Rebecca, thank you for the follow. Where are you from? California. Hi, Kyle. Neat. Annabella, thank you for being here. Marifer, thank you for the hand hearts, everybody. I appreciate you so much. They're very handsome. Well, thank you, Catherine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go to the clinic and get rid of it. Thank God. Thank you. Papacito. I'm from Brazil. Well, shout out to Brazil. Rob Radwin Gender. You're cute. Well, thank you, Kayla. I appreciate you. Oi. Hello. From Vietnam. Well, thanks for being here. Hello, Anna. Hannah, welcome. Hi, my best friend. How are you, Anna? So many Papacitos tonight. Are you married? I am not married. Kayla, thank you for the follow. I am single AF. What are you doing? Hanging out in Loveship. What are you doing? No way. He's so damn attractive. Oh, there's a way. Chris, thank you for the follow. Jennifer, hello. Oh, you're thinking about me, Anna? Well, thanks for thinking about me. Paula, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Hello, Sydney. Alver, thank you for the follow. Can I be your girlfriend? I mean, I'm TikTok's boyfriend. I'm all your boyfriends. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. You're the perfect man. Where are you from? I'm from Ohio, but I live in California. Where are you from, Jennifer? Thanks for being here. Unless he's a male seahorse, he's gonna need more than an abortion. Catherine, hello. May, thank you for the follow. Anna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. How are you, Catherine? Maria, hello. Good morning, Paula. Thanks for being here. Don't talk about my boyfriend. That's that. Dan, how are you? What are all of our chances of being my girlfriend? I mean, I'm down for a cult. You were born and raised in Orange County, living in Dallas. Well, I was born and raised in Ohio and live in Orange County. Too perfect to be true. You miss me? If I can't have you, no one can. Wait, I thought you had a girlfriend, Ken. Not anymore. Hi, Carol. A cult? Hello, Tay. I'm fine with a cult. If you all want to be my girlfriends, I'm fine with that. You know. Marcia, hello. You're available for the cult. You're so good to me. Well, I'm glad I could be of assistance, girl. I'm very sorry about that. It's whatever, beauty hack suitor. I tried way too long for that relationship, you know. It was destined to never work. What's a cult? So Karen, it would be a bit of a cult where I guess I'm everyone's boyfriend. And we would do boyfriend and girlfriend things, like have giant movie nights, and you all fight over who gets to sit next to me. You know, it's like, oh, you sat next to him last movie. It's my turn. You follow me because I'm handsome, Catherine? Why? Well, thank you. But there's more to me than that. Here's a loaded question. How do I get my boyfriend to call and text? Your boyfriend? Why can't you call and text him? Eyes are perfect. Well, thank you. Keep thinking about me. You've been single for 2 years already. Do you think making a man wait for months for each date is a bad thing? Yes. I'm waiting months for each date? Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. While I'm dating other men, your sentence just kept getting worse, Love Flower. No, Love Flower. Like somebody and pursue them to the end of it. You know? Oh, it didn't work out? Now let me like and pursue somebody else until it works out. Very beautiful. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, those relationships are exhausting. They sure are. Jacqueline, thank you for the follow. Hi, Caesar. Carol, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it so much. That's so sweet. What's your secret? What keeps you long after all these years? What keeps me long after all these years? What do you mean? Follow me, drop a corgi, and I'll follow you back. What cologne am I wearing today? Fresh out the shower, Caesar. Hello, Luna. Hi from Brazil. Hello. Kania, twerk slut. We missed you so much. How are you? You're so sweet. Well, thank you, Anna. I appreciate you. Because I always text him, and he knows and texts me back. So he doesn't even text you back? I have statements, girl. I feel blank because reason. And see how he responds. If he responds in a caring way, awesome. If he responds in a, well, I don't give a fuck way, then now it's time to make a choice. Do we want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't give a fuck? I don't think so. I don't think so, Maria. It's so important to realize, and this is something I had to learn the hard way, If something hurts you and you express that it hurts you and your partner doesn't care, they're not a partner. They're wasting your time. They're using you. Let them go. They're not interested in loving you. They're not interested in meeting your needs. They're not interested in giving you peace. They're not interested in anything other than using you for what they need. And then when they're done with you, they're going to throw you away for the next thing they need. Ale, how are you? You love me? Anna, we just met. So I have a problem my relationship will twerks a lot? Let's hear it. What's your ancient Chinese beauty secret? So I do have an ancient Chinese beauty secret. And everybody who hurts me, I suck their beauty out of them and I keep it for myself. So don't go back and look at my exes. You'll be like, the fuck? But it's because of the ancient Chinese beauty secret, where I suck their beauty out and I take it for myself. Then I give them back to the streets where they belong. I agree with Ken. Don't make a guy wait for don't make a guy wait for a month. Yeah, on end. Yeah, absolutely not. Good night, my friend. Caesar, good night. Thanks for being here. So would you like to be Hugh Hefner, or that's too much? I'm down for that. Kate, thank you so much for clicking my little heart person. I'm down to have a little mansion of sorts. Are you my husband? I'm not your husband. Well, I've been texting him and calling him, but it doesn't call me back when he says he's gonna. Yeah, express that. Like, look, bro. You gotta stick to your word. Hello, cutie. Jude, how are you? Do you like Latinas? I do like Latinas, Laura. Celine, thank you for the follow. Jean, thank you for the follow. Carmen, hello. Camille, welcome. Can I call you baby? You guys can call me whatever you want. Honestly. Get comfortable with silence every once in a while. If he wants to, he will. Bars. Carlos, thank you for the follow. You're worried you can feel your beauty fading. Not, that's what she said. I can't have any more kids and my man wants a child with me. Well, that is an issue. Bro, what is that definition? Like what? Very handsome, thank you. Josh, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Depo. Hi. How are you? When I told him, he was completely insensitive. Well, that's very unfortunate because you can't change that. Thank you for the follow. Deborah. Do you like Latinas? Yes. Take me out. I sat him down on Sunday. Like, dude, Wilson, I've done what you're doing. And it's not accept. Your camera's shaking. It shakes when I touch it because it's just hanging. What's your typical type? Bad bitches is my type. You found your Prince Charming? Well, hello, Ale. How are you? Then maybe you need to step back, reflect, because if he cared, he wouldn't be insensitive for sure. CA, hello, how are you? Middle finger, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the rose, Laura. I appreciate it. You said I'm less of a woman and that I'm probably happy about that. That's a very what the fuck thing to say. I was crying as you should. That was an insane reaction to, hey, I know you want kids, but I can't have any. And he says, you're less than a woman? The way I would never talk to them again. Lucifer, thank you for the follow. That's an insane reaction. Ellie, how are you? Leo, thank you for the follow. Next day he says, oh, so no good morning to me? Girl, never give him a good morning again for the rest of your life. That's insane. Rosie, hello. Kelly, welcome. How are you, Rosie? Paula, hi. Sandra, welcome. Cherry, Thank you for being here. How are you, Diane? Laura Bell, welcome. I was like, I just finished working out and you were so mean to me yesterday. That's more than mean. That's literally insane to say. Thanks you. I'm fine, Rosie. I'm finding greetings from Mexico. Well, Ellie, thanks for being here all the way from Mexico. Hours later, he texts me, you're just being sensitive. Run, girl. Ro, thank you for the follow. Savage, Kania, this person that you're dating is unsavable. That's mind-blowing he said that. Like, he didn't even apologize. He just said you were too sensitive. Mommy, thanks for being here. I just want to say it before I sleep. Good to see you again, stranger. Well, Maria, thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Vale, hi, handsome. Hello. How beautiful you are. Well, thank you, Leon. 89, I appreciate you. He hasn't even apologized. People who can't apologize when we express that we've been hurt. Yikes. Today he tells me I miss you. Liz, thank you for the follow. I would never text this guy again. Can you say a little prayer for my cat because she want to put up and having with her 3 brothers? Juliana, hello. How do I know I'm dating a narcissist? Valine, I'm glad you asked. So this is what you're going to know about narcissistic relationships. At the end of the day, if somebody is a narcissist, clinically or not, it doesn't matter. It's not your job to figure that out. This is all you need to know. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you tell them something bothers you, do they care? Yes or no? That's all you need to know. Because narcissists have a core fear of engulfment. And engulfment means they don't want to be controlled. And by the way, to a narcissist, control is any sort of consideration of another person. Oh, you want me to consider you? You're controlling. You want me to think about you before I do things that make me happy? You're controlling. That's how a narcissist thinks. So if you bring up anything that hurts you to a narcissist, they're going to deflect. They're not going to care that they're hurting you. It's all about them. It's all about what they want to do. It's all about what makes them happy. And if they have enough traits to be clinically diagnosed or not, doesn't matter. All that matters is, hey, that hurts me. Do you care? Yes or no? Yes, I care. Awesome. No, I don't care. Say less. Say less, I'm out. And they also have a fear of intimacy. And a fear of intimacy is going to show up as a very slow commitment. You know, they're not going to want to commit to you unless they have something to use you for. You know, somebody very narcissistic could lead you on forever, right? But they married their ex with a lot of money in like 2 months. You know, it's the way, like, what you jumped into marriage with your ex, but we've been together for years and we don't even live together. Well, it's because their ex had something that they could use. You know, they could use their ex, so they locked that shit down real fast. So you want to look out for somebody who fears being controlled, aka someone who can't compromise, and you want to look out for people who fear intimacy, aka commitment issues. That's all you need to know, Valine. If you want to know you're dating a narcissist, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, even if they're not a narcissist, they still don't care to make you happy. They still don't care to give you peace. So why does it matter? Why does it matter if it's like, oh, this person who doesn't care about me isn't a narcissist, so I might as well stay with them? You know? Like they only have 4 traits instead of 7. And sure, they don't give a fuck about me, but at least they're not a narcissist. Absolutely not. I would rather date somebody who has 7 traits of narcissistic personality disorder that when I say something hurts, they change it, than somebody with 4 traits that something hurts and they don't change it. So at the end of the day, we want people who care. We want people, when we express our needs, they care to meet our needs. They don't care to deflect and excuse their poor behavior and justify why they hurt us or deflect. Something you'll notice in a tactic that narcissists and borderlines use is something called DARVO. Deflect, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. So you bring up a problem in the relationship, they're going to deflect the problem. They're going to make the problem something else. Then they're going to attack you. Perfect example of this. You catch them cheating. It doesn't have to be they slept with somebody. Maybe you catch them downloading an app that they shouldn't have. And you get really mad. The deflection is how mad you got. You got so mad, now I'm scared. Now you're a scary person, I'm attacking you. I deflected, now I'm attacking. Your reaction is the problem to finding out I downloaded an app I shouldn't have. Now you're a scary person, I'm attacking you. And I just reverse the victim. Now the victim is me and you're the offender. Now you're the bad person because you scared me. Your reaction scares me and I want you to leave or I'm going to call the cops. So look out for DARVO as well. It's their bread and butter. Flart, how are you? Deborah, welcome. They also told me that we are in a relationship engaged. Like I could forget. I mean, Kania, not anymore. You're cute. Thank you, Rosie. Andrelli, hello. How are you? Hello, Les. Accountability is so hard for some people, especially people who haven't healed their inner child. Facts, Casey. Kamisha, thank you. Hello, Josephina. From Brazil, hi. Medisa, thank you for the follow. Now I'm like, well, since I can't have kids anymore, I might as well get a tummy tuck. I mean, do your thing. Savage, you might love him and it'll hurt for a bit, but there's so much better for you out there. Bars. Do I speak Spanish, La Viva? I don't. Thank you for being here. Monica and Fabiola, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. That's so sad. It is so sad. Angel 444. Wait, I like what you're saying. You like ready for marriage? I am ready for marriage, actually. I was in a relationship like that. Same Valine. Been there, girl. I have to go a bit. Well, Diane, thanks for being here. I have a question again. Ask as many questions as you want, Diana. A guy told me I was too independent. Since when is that a problem? Since the beginning of time. Hyper-independence is the biggest red flag. Hyper-independence is a fear. Again, it's the engulfment fear. It's the fear that narcissists have. Narcissists are hyper-independent. Narcissists are all about themselves. They don't need anybody but themselves. They don't care about your problems. They don't care to make you happy. They don't care to give you peace. It's all about them. Me. I don't need anyone and you shouldn't need anybody either. That's the core fear of engulfment. Hyper-independence, biggest red flag on the planet. We haven't broken up still together. Do they know they're doing DARVO? I mean, that's a very good question. And it's a question we can sit and think about and unpack, because the borderline and the covert narcissist are the most guilty of DARVO. And it's one of those things of, I feel like they're conscious of it because their identity is victim. They have a victim identity. The covert narcissist and the person with borderline personality disorder have a victim identity. They have to be the victim no matter what. It's this shame wound. They can't face the possibility of them being the problem or them hurting you. And when we say our partner is the problem, like that's a very tough pill to swallow, but we are not trying to call them a bad person. We're not trying to call them evil. We're not trying to have a victim offender when we express hurt. But in a borderline's mind, in a covert narcissist mind, because narcissists also split like borderline split, so it's a black and white thinking of like there has to be good and bad. And I can't be the bad because I'm the victim. So I have to twist this until you're the bad. The mental gymnastics is insane. So I can't speak for them if they're actively conniving in their head of like, how am I gonna twist this on them? Or if it's something they instinctually do to protect themselves. And I lean more towards it's probably an instinct. And I wonder if things like DBT can help suppress that instinct, kind of like anger is an instinct, but you can control it. And I wonder if therapy like DBT can help them control their urge to be the victim and twist reality until they're the victim, because they are masters at it. Borderlines are probably even better at it than a covert narcissist is. And it's just them trying to protect themselves. It's them. They've gone through so many traumatic things in their life that of course they're on edge, especially a borderline. So I'm leaning towards it's an instinct versus something they're like, how do I twist this? I think they just autopilot twist it. Hello, handsome. Hello, sad queen. And they also get scared, like for example, the example earlier about an app they shouldn't have, whether that's Snapchat or a dating app. It's like, oh, I'm about to get found out. I'm about to be labeled as this bad, evil person. So now I need to make it about your reaction and how you're scary because you're reacting very harshly to seeing that and betraying you and betraying this relationship. So I'm going to immediately twist this. I'm the victim. I'm scared. Get away from me. It's like, ooh, that was close. I was about to be the bad guy in this relationship. But thankfully, they screamed at me for cheating on them. Thankfully, they screamed at me for cheating on them, so now they get to be the bad guy. That's something that I learned in my borderline relationship is if you are dating a borderline or if you're dating a covert narcissist, you really, 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 really need to work on your anger. Like you might think you're stoic as fuck and then you date a borderline. You're like, oh, I guess I do have a little bit of anger issues because they be doing shit that piss you off all the time. So you really have to hone it. You really have to learn to control yourself because just the tiniest bit of anger, now you're the problem, The tiniest reaction is going to be blown up into this giant reaction, and you're going to be called a narcissist, and you're going to be called evil, and all these things just because you're hurt. So if you think you are dating a covert narcissist, if you think you are dating a borderline, it's so important to remain calm while you express your hurt so that they don't use it against you as ammo, because they will. They will. They have to. Their identity is victim. They don't know who they are other than a victim. They don't know, they have no core identity other than I am a victim. The covert narcissist and the borderline, I am a victim. That's all I know about me. And they will not let that identity go, especially not without treatment. My boyfriend plays video games for hours, and we have a long distance relationship. And I like basically watch him play. Oh, so you don't like it. You like basically watch him play. Maybe try playing something together. Do you like Latinas? I do like Latinas. If you're in New Jersey. I was on here a while ago. My ex PT a heart on message. I don't know if I told you. I don't think so. But it's bothering me because it seems like he's bored when he talks to me, but seems happy. He's definitely not bored. If he's playing a video game and talking to you, he's not bored. Like, I understand why you might feel that way, because he's very focused on what he's playing. But I'm sure he absolutely loves that you're on the phone with him while he plays. But if you would like to do anything, because you say you're long distance, and you want to do something other than play video games with him, be like, hey, can we once a week watch a movie together on the phone instead of video games? TikTok joined the dark side. What do you mean, Jetty? Anyone that's in a leadership role sounds about right. Can my ex ever come back with good intentions? It depends, Tay. Let's unpack it. What's going on? Tell me more. Alicia, how are you? I agree. Well. Thank you for agreeing. Thanks for being here. How are you, Jessica? Honey Deuces, welcome. Hi, Angel Baby. Paulina, hello. Thank you for being here. JD, thank you for the follow. From Argentina, thanks for being here. Do you like brunettes with blue eyes? I like baddies. I don't care what color hair they have. I dated a girl with blue hair before. Respectfully, you are a physically and emotionally attractive guy. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Respectfully. Hello, Anna. How are you? I'm good, Joanna. How are you? I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you. And hello. Thanks for being here. Hello, Melissa. How are you? And thank you for the follow. What's good, Mr. Ken? Mr. Valentine, thanks for being here. What do you mean by baddie? Just physically attractive to my eyes. That's all I mean. That's all I mean. Like, you know a baddie when you see one, you know? Hi, Judy. Trisha, thank you for being here. How are you? Mason, thank you for those taps. Do you speak Spanish? Not enough to claim. Rebecca, OMI. Rebecca trying to get wifed up in here. Ocean 84, thank you for being here. Lindo, hi. Hi, Sarah. Hannah, thank you for being here. Everyone in here are baddies. You're a baddie, Rebecca. Everyone in the Loveship are baddies. Pammy, thank you for being here. Hi, Roxy. Just curious if you find me attractive. I'll creep on you later, girl. I'll let you know. Can I know where you're from? I'm from California. Where are you from? Thank you for the taps, everyone. I appreciate it so much. Katie, welcome. How are you? Stars, thank you for being here. Oh, please do. I'm genuinely curious. From Metro Detroit. Well, thanks for being here all the way from Detroit. How are you? Millie, I am in Orange County. Savula. St. Louis, Missouri. Big Daddy, 1967. You're adequate. I am not adequate. I'm the opposite of adequate. Agnes or Ange? Agni? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Big Daddy. Thank you for the follow. Are you going to remember to creep on me, though? I'll remember. Florida, here. Hello. The gaslighting for the BPD/covert was literally painful. It's the gaslighting from a borderline or a covert is just eye twitch inducing, you know? Like, I am convinced borderlines and covert narcissists live in a different realm, you know? Like, the whole theory of there's like different layers of the universe and we're all interacting. They're in their own universe. What is your name? My name is Ken. Geminita, how are you? Like their perspectives, their twist of reality, it's like, am I a demon? Like, I wonder, am I? Like, do you actually live in a reality where I'm the bad guy here? like maybe they're literally in a different dimension, but we can see them and they see us as something completely fucking different. Because there's no fucking way, you know? They make up lies and truly believe those lies. Literally. Like they are so good at lying, and they're both compulsive liars. They're so good at lying that they believe their own fucking lies. I think they have demonic spirits holding them. I mean, the Jezebel spirit. Nathan, thank you for the follow. Danica, thank you for the follow. Hey, Diva. Hello, Bailey. Hello, Maddie. Thanks for being here. I'm so thankful for, like, so bad. I'm so thankful for this girl, Brittany. She is very, very spiritual. And she slid into my DMs one day. Rebecca, thank you so much for making that Corey shake its ass. I followed you back. I appreciate you so much. She slid into my DMs one day, and she's like, have you heard about the Jezebel spirit? I'm like, I sure haven't, girl. And boy, did she let me know about it. And it blew my fucking mind. I'm like, oh. That's a very interesting thing to learn about. Delusional. Ken, what's the plan tonight? We're just chilling. Greens from Colombia. Well, thanks for being here. On the flip side, their idealized love for you is super addictive. Very. Very. When you are on the opposite side of the split, you feel like a god, you know? Elaine, how are you? Like, you never feel more worshipped than a Borderlines worship. A Borderlines worship for you is insane. Like, no wonder we put up with the bullshit, you know? Your name is Super Ken. 20 minutes down the road. You're 20 minutes down the road from me? Teresa, how are you? Natalia, thank you for being here. Baloo, welcome. Yeah, probably. You're in Orange County. I remember that. So what makes an avoidant actually feel what they did wrong? Like what gets to them? Space. A lot of space, Miriam. So if we're talking just a dismiss, are we talking dismissive or fearful avoidant? Good night, Rebecca. Thanks for being here. If we're talking just strictly dismissive avoidant, they're not diagnosed with anything. They have no signs of possibly being diagnosable with anything. We're talking strictly dismissive avoidant. What's going to make them feel what they did wrong? In terms of discarding you, space. In terms of hurting you, I statements. You have to use I statements with an avoidant, because you could go up to somebody healthy. You could go up to somebody with an anxious attachment style and say you all day long, and they'll listen. You know, they'll feel bad for it and they'll change. An anxiously attached person, a securely attached person, they will heal. They will hear your hurt and care. They will change. A dismissive avoidant needs to hear the word I. You have to own your feelings, because the moment they hear you, shut down. Nobody's home. They go into their shell like a snail. You know, they're afraid. Put up a wall. You're not getting in. So you is a curse word to a dismissive avoidant. So get the word you out of your vocabulary if you're dating a dismissive avoidant. Even a fearful avoidant, they also shut down with the word you. So any avoidant at all, get the word you out of your vocabulary. Now, in terms of a dismissive avoidant breaking up with you and them realizing they made a mistake, they need at least 30 days of not hearing from you. And it's going to be the hardest 30 days of your life, because avoidants feel time and space differently than everybody else. So 15 days of no contact for a securely attached person feels like 15 days of no contact. 15 days of no contact for an anxiously attached person feels like 30 days. 15 days of no contact to a dismissive avoidant feels like 2 days. You know, like they just feel time and fast forward, where an anxious person, time drags on, and a secure person is kind of just normal. So that's why if you're going to go no contact with a dismissive avoidant and the goal is to get them back, it's got to be 30 days, because they're not going to start feeling that nostalgia that you feel after 2 weeks. You're feeling that nostalgia and missing them after 2 weeks. But for them, the dismissive avoidants living their best life after the breakup. They're so free. They feel relief, like, fuck yeah. I don't have to text her back. I don't have to say good morning. I'm feeling good. I have no obligations. It's just me and my friends doing what I wanted to do this whole time. And that's have fun and not give a fuck about anyone else but myself. And then 30 days comes around. They're like, oh, actually, this sucks. Actually, I miss Miriam, you know? And then they're open to a conversation. Ellie, how are you? Dismissive, I think. I don't know. He's mentally messed up so bad. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm very interested to unpack this with you, Miriam. Rena, how are you? I have anxious attachment bad now. What did you used to have, Miriam? I want to say you had disorganized attachment? Yes or no? I can't remember. Hi, your rose toy was shipped. Thank you for supporting our small business. Where are we? Girl, we are cruising. This is the Loveship. Thanks for being here. For New Year, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. GG, welcome. So I owe my stuff quick with him, but his biggest thing is wanting space and be left alone. Yeah, for sure dismissive wouldn't. So actually going no contact makes a difference. I've never understood no contact. Going no contact 100% makes a difference. Absolutely it does. Yeah, disorganized. Say something in Spanish. So Miriam, after you've healed from this relationship, you'll definitely go back to being disorganized. But if you can help it, don't go back to disorganized. Stay far away from creating a shell around your heart, Miriam, because you're going to want to. You're going to want to go into protection mode, but don't do it. Don't do it. Sit in your vulnerability and sit in your ability to love. It was a huge abandonment thing with this situation. Yeah, so a disorganized attachment, they're going to change depending on who they're with. And if you're with somebody who's a dismissive avoidant, you're going to become anxiously attached. And if you're with an anxious person, you're going to become avoidant. If you're with a secure person, you're going to become avoidant unless they call you on your shit. Unless they're secure enough to call you on your shit and help you be healthy, you're going to be an avoidant with a healthy person as well. Malaine, thank you for being here. How are you? So shout out to people who call us out on our shit, you know? Shout out to partners who want us to be better. Jariel, how are you? And not victimize. There's a difference between victimizing your partner and wanting them to be better. Understand the difference. We don't attack our partners. We inspire them to be better for us. I can't bring up anything he's done to me or he will flip out now. Used to not be that way. Ola, hello, Melissa. Yeah, Miriam, it's interesting because I'm like, he can't handle any sort of conversation about what he does that hurts you now. I'm over here like, oh, are we dealing with a narcissist? Maybe we are. Adriana, welcome. How are you? Maybe the mask has fallen off. and it's not going back on. Maybe it's so far gone that he's just in shutdown mode. Brendel, how are you? If anyone shows any signs of NAR, come out. Yeah. Any signs of avoidance? No, thank you. You avoid me, I'm gonna avoid you forever. Is he using work as an excuse, or does he just not care to make me a part of his routine? A little bit of both, Cowdy. How does he speak to you about it? When you bring this up, when you say things like, I don't feel prioritized in this relationship because fill in the blank reason. How does he respond? Does he respond with, well, what could I do to make you feel more prioritized? I understand I work a lot, but it's very important that I do. I have goals, I have aspirations, I want to take care of you. I want to take care of our kids. And I have to work. So not working isn't an option, but what can I do to make you feel more prioritized in this relationship? Is that how he responds? Or does he respond with, you're so insecure? How does he respond? Hey, cute guy. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I think so, because he's saying that I'm being so good to me was all a front. He said, Miriam. He said, hey, Miriam, remember when I was good to you? LOL, I was just kidding. What do you mean you think so, girl? The most pivotal information is he flat out told you, I was wearing a mask and I never gave a fuck about you. He told you, Miriam, he flat out told you he never cared. My mind is blown right now. He doesn't care straight out. Good morning, beautiful man. Good morning, Lucia. How are you? But keep in mind, he's also just 23. We're not excusing his age. I didn't treat people like this when I was 23, and I was a dickhead at 23. You know, I had so much growing to do in my early 20s. I would never treat someone well and then be like, just kidding, I fucking hate you. I was joking. I hate you. I was a dickhead at 23, and I would never. We're not using his age as an excuse. He says, I won't understand. So he just dismisses it. So I would approach it again with I statements and how you feel, and maybe ask and come at him with understanding of like, I do understand. Like, I understand you have goals and aspirations, and you have to get this and this and this and this done. But what are some ways that you could meet my needs of not feeling like a priority? And see what he says. I want to know if he's willing. The willingness is what matters. They're so good though, because some don't show for 6 months. Yeah, the average is 3 months, but the thing about average is like some are straight out the gate, and then some are 6 months, some are a year. But for sure, it's almost like they wait until they're like, oh, okay, I got them hooked. Now I can show them the real me. They're pretty addicted to me. They think I'm pretty perfect. Now I don't have to try anymore. You know, it's the penny method. They slowly give less and less and less to see how little you'll actually take. And they condition you to take scraps by the end. 23 don't know what they want. Kelly, thank you for the follow. They condition you to take scraps at the end, and boy will you be eating those scraps up. Will you marry me? He tells me I want to heal because working isn't a want. Yeah, so there you go, Cowdy. There's your answer. He doesn't care about you. Literally, he constantly says now that it was all a front because he does love me so much. He's saying him saying a front was a front because he loves you so much. He's like, I pretended to pretend to like you because I love you. Good night from Brazil. Bruno from Brazil, how are you? He says he won't divorce me because he loves me. Nah, girl, he wants to own you. He wants to put you on a shelf. Narcissists are so good at just, I won't love you, but I don't want anybody else to love you. Bruno and Richard, thank you for the follow. So I'm going to put you on a shelf. My ex-girlfriend is so fucking guilty of this. So fucking guilty. So unwilling to commit. But I better not start following girls. You know? I better not start to try to move on. Otherwise, I'm a cheater. I'm a cheater? What the fuck do you mean I'm a cheater? You haven't talked to me in 2 weeks. What the fuck am I cheating on? He doesn't talk to me for hours or days at a time. He doesn't see me for weeks at a time. Yeah, girl. Get out of there. Protect your peace. No more. But see, he was obsessed with me, like, honestly, so good to me, then flipped. That's what happens, Miriam. The light switch goes off and it never goes back on. Linday, how are you? Here's a question, Miriam. He was obsessed with me and it was so good, then it flipped. Was this a one and done, or is it back and forth? Does it come in and come out of like, he's obsessed with me, pushes me away. Obsessed with me, pushes me away. Obsessed with me, pushes me away. And how frequent is that? Or was it literally just, he was obsessed with me to a point, a light switch went off and never the same? If you were in the 18 to 22 age group, how would you approach dating given the time? I wouldn't be dating. If I were 18 to 22, this is what I would do. I would be working. I'd be saving money. I'd be investing that shit. You know? Save, invest. I would be working my ass off at 18 to 22. Building my skills, building my mind, reading books, investing my money. That's all I'm doing at 18 to 22. Honestly, that's all I'm doing until I'm like 26. Don't worry about dating. Get your money right. Worry about that. Because if you have your finances right, by the time you're ready to get into the dating pool, you're going to have so much more confidence in walking away from people. Thank you so much for clicking my little heart person. How handsome you are. Well, thank you. We don't even live together anymore, but he constantly was staying here. Still until last night. Hi, everyone. Hello, Sandra. Back and forth now. My date tonight was an immigration lawyer who pretended to want to buy my electricity and didn't pay. Wait a second. He told you, hey girl, hey Chastity, go on a date with me and they'll pay for your electric bill. And you're like, say less. I'll free dinner and an electric bill. Sign me up. Back and forth now. How frequent are the ups and downs, Miriam? How frequent is the like, he loves me not? All the things you're saying to me, I bring up to him and he insists that he wants me and work is a must. Well, he's not acting like he wants you. Action over words. You know, words are pretty and they're nice to hear, but they're nothing without anything backing it up. No, I have an electric company. He acted like he wanted, like he wanted to buy your electric company. Got you. Chelsea, thank you for the follow. Lawyers are a red flag. Don't date them. He tells me he loves me every day, but the last few weeks he's been more present for sure. Okay, so this is different than like a BPD relationship. I'm gonna guess narcissistic personality disorder. Not that I can diagnose anybody, but I will. I'll be throwing out diagnoses left and right. Yeah, Miriam, you need to go no contact with this guy. Honestly, we don't talk unless he wants to. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Narcissists control the intimacy. When you hear the phrase narcissists are controlling, it doesn't mean I don't want you wearing that. I don't want you to be friends with that person. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. That's not what control means. Control means I control the intimacy. I control when we have a relationship, when we don't have a relationship. I control when you have access to me and when you don't have access to me. Narcissists control the relationship. They control the dynamic. They control how you fucking eat. They control what fork you're allowed to use, you know? Like narcissists are so controlling that you can chew food the wrong way and they'll say something, you know? That's how a narcissist controls. So you're over here being like, we don't talk unless he wants to. That's how they control. Right there. They control the intimacy. You only get a relationship when they say so. And when they don't want the relationship to exist, they take it away. They have their finger on the button. Like, we're in a relationship, now we're not. We're in a relationship, now we're not. We're in a relationship, now we're not. And by the way, when my finger's off the now we're not, now I can do whatever I want and it's not cheating. But if you do something, it is cheating. I tried to go to bed, but you made me feel safe, so now I'm back. I'm glad I can make you feel safe. I have a BS in psychology, and I'm in my master's. I can do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being my sidekick in here, helping me diagnose people. Control what you watch on TV. I mean, they can. Like, they want to micromanage everything, and it's not like that's the difference between an anxious control and a narcissistic control. So anxious people will control because they feel uncomfortable, where a narcissist wants to control just to keep you off balance. Like that's the biggest difference in a toxic control versus an anxious control. You know, the anxious person is trying to protect the relationship, and the narcissist control is just to keep you off balance, keep you on edge, keep you on eggshells, you know? So they're gonna make comments while you're eating. You know, they're gonna constantly, like, you're gonna eat and they'll be like, careful, don't spill that. And it's like, oh, okay, my bad, because I was planning on spilling this, actually. I was planning on getting this food everywhere. Thank you so much for telling me to not get the food everywhere. That's a covert narcissist, by the way. Covert narcissists are so guilty at nagging you while you're eating like you're a child. You know? The covert narcissist constantly nagging. But they'll make comments about how you eat, how you chew, how you breathe. You know, everything's a problem. Everything in the world is a problem to a narcissist. They're chronic complainers. The covert especially. When I let him work on being mean, he knows how hard I have fought for him and agrees that I've been so good to him. And I hate that he knows I won't walk away. Well, Miriam, if I have to come kidnap you, I will. Kim, thank you for the follow. You need to walk away from this guy forever. No contact. You're literally discarding my ex. Gaslighting and love bombing. Do you use Crest white strips? I use gel. I use whitening gel. I've tried the Crest strips. I feel like they don't really work for me. but I know people that they do work for. It's not a knock on cresting their white strips. They work. But I have more success with the gel. But I haven't done it in a year. I'm definitely due for it. He even admitted that if I did the same things to him that he did, then he never talked to me again. Miriam, leave. You're the type of man I've been looking for years. Well, I appreciate that. Nico, thank you so much for clicking the little heart person. You're so good with words. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I got you. Manu, hola. It's so bad. I get it. You have to set and keep solid boundaries. Maurice, hello. The sleep deprivation. Absolutely. There's what was it? Love Island, where Huda, who I know has borderline personality disorder, Huda is like cuddling up to her guy, and he's like trying to sleep, and she's like, "You've got 3 seconds to cuddle me back, or I'm not gonna talk to you tomorrow." The sleep deprivation is so real for a borderline or a narcissist. But the borderline does it because they feel abandoned when you go to sleep, where the narcissist is literally just trying to keep you sleep deprived. Hola. Hello, Deanna. Cowdy, thank you for the follow. Hello, Leah. I'm honestly terrified to fully let go and walk away because I just never saw that coming. I find bipolar men are the absolute worst. Bipolar is not that difficult to deal with because bipolar are long stretches, unless you don't actually mean bipolar. Bipolar is a back and forth between mania and depression, and it's usually like 2 weeks, give or take. Like I'm not saying it's easy to deal with, but give me a bipolar person over a cluster B any day. Girl, my inbox is always open. I'm honestly terrified to fully let go and walk away because I never saw this coming. I feel you, Noel. Walking away is rough. The T app. What is the T app? I saw that the T app got hacked and a bunch of info released, but I don't know what it is. I never looked into it, but I keep hearing about it. To be honest, I really wonder if he's a narcissist or anxious avoidant. He sounds like a dismissive avoidant more than an anxious oh, you're a different person. Narcissists will be more of a dismissive avoidant. If they're giving anxious avoidant vibes, it's more likely borderline personality disorder. More likely if you're thinking personality disorder wise. But narcissists will be dismissive avoidant, where an anxious avoidant, their fear of abandonment and engulfment are pretty equal, like a borderline. And their fears and their anxieties are going to shift depending on who they're with. My ex was bipolar and has BPD. How does that work? How can you? I'm genuinely asking because that sounds very interesting. Of like they're having bits of mania and they're splitting, or they're depressed and they're splitting. I don't know. I feel that seems more manageable, honestly. That seems a little more predictable. Borderline and bipolar get confused a lot. They do, especially because they're the same letters. My ex would call me at all hours of the night, then yell at me when I slept in. The next day, that's the most annoying thing ever. Is like you want to sleep in, and they're getting pissed off. It's like I was up all night talking to you. You wouldn't let me go to sleep. Yes, I'm still tired. Mine was manic bipolar, who was an alcoholic. He abused me daily. Well, I'm glad you left that. I'm glad you escaped. I'm born to be a hater, but forced to understand where people are coming from. They won't, because that work isn't about them and requires accountability. I'm a new person here, yes. So Shafak, you left a comment of you not being sure if they're an anxious avoidance, so a disorganized attachment style, or a narcissist. So I gave this advice earlier about how do I know if my partner's a narcissist. So here's the only thing you need to know, Shafak. When something hurts you and you tell them that it hurts, do they care? That's all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if somebody's a narcissist. It doesn't matter if somebody's a borderline. It doesn't matter if somebody's a sociopath. I mean, these things do matter, but they don't matter. And my point in saying that is, if borderlines or narcissists cared when they hurt you, it wouldn't matter that they were a borderline or a narcissist. It's not about the diagnosis, it's about the treatment and how they treat you. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what somebody's attachment style is or their cluster B personality disorder. All that matters is, hey, that hurts me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. How can I not hurt you in the future? That's all that matters. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. How can I not hurt you in the future? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. How can I not hurt you in the future? And then there's action behind those words. That they're not just words. As long as your partner's giving that, it doesn't matter what they are. And that's how you heal codependency, is realizing that. Realizing is, at the end of the day, just if you don't care about me, I don't want you in my life. If you don't care about making me happy, if you don't care about bringing me peace, I don't want you in my life. Period. What state do you live? Oh, California. My ex was a disorganized narcissist with antisocial personality disorder. Oh, not this. Diagnosed, not disorganized. My ex was diagnosed with narcissist antisocial personality disorder with sociopathic tendencies. Yeah, so every sociopath, everyone with antisocial personality disorder also has NPD. Fun fact. Every sociopath is a narcissist, but not every narcissist is a sociopath. Tyler sleeps all day, stays up all night lately. Jose, thank you for the follow. Elena, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it so much. LC, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Because that hymn was never real. I did, but not without scars. It was a life or death situation. I bet, Rebecca. That's so scary. Like, I could not imagine being a woman and having to trust somebody double your size in that way, and they betray you with physical abuse. Is, it's a very scary thing to be a woman, and I'm glad you escaped that. Rodriguez, hello, how are you? Thank you for answering. I'm asking because recently a person I didn't date, Spanish, I hate that because he was so good to my kids and switched up on your kids? Miriam, those girls deserve better. Kicked me out from IG months ago, but then blocked me yesterday. So this isn't a dating question then. So I'm asking because recently a person I didn't date kicked me out from IG months ago, but then blocked me yesterday. It's feeling like narcissistic behavior since I didn't do anything. Oh, I got you. I mean, they could just not like you. I'm not gonna diagnose people from blocking you on Instagram because you didn't do anything. they just might not want you around for whatever reason. I'm sure you're a great person and I won't block you. You can hang out here. But Prince Charles. Oh. Just came across this. What's this about? We talk about love and stuff. Thanks for being here. Hi, I'm looking someone friend here. Well, I hope you find some friends, Aluna. Thanks for hanging out in Loveship, and thank you for the follow. And the mask is gonna slip. It always does. How are you? I'm fine. I'm in California, Cassia. How are you? You fell in love? Well, thank you. Thanks for being here. From the Philippines, Aluna from the Philippines. How are you? I'm fine, Aluna. Thank you. I was so good, then fell for him. Felt safe, then anxiety. Everything came back. Codependency. Aluna, thank you for the rose. I'm going through a bad relationship. My husband cheated on me. He lies all the time. Well, leave, girl. No cheaters. Cheaters always cheat. Get out of there. User 56, thank you for the follow. From Brazil, and I'm living in the United States in New York. Shout out to Brazil. And my youngest and him are so close. Miriam, we don't like that he's not good to your kids. I'm only 5'2" and he's 6'3", so it was terrifying. I always had to do what he said or I'd get hurt. I mean, yeah, guys are ridiculously bigger than women, and you don't realize it until you like look at a video of the two of you or a picture or like my hand is like literally the size of, I don't know, my hand's like bigger than my ex-girlfriend's head, you know? And my forearm is like the size of the femur? No. What bone is that? The femur? Like we're just so much bigger. The light do I have? It's calming. So the light I have is in my showcase on my profile. Link on my profile. Go to my showcase and grab that light. What do you think about not wanting your partner around family? It depends why. Why do you not want your partner around your family? Is your family extremely toxic? Do you not want them in that toxic environment and you're also not going there? Or you're just not including them? Like what's going on? Are you protecting your partner? Or are you embarrassed by your partner? Are you hiding something? Like what's going on? Well, Dirk, thank you so much for cooking my little heart person. Thank you for the shares. Hello, Jose. Nails by Kissy. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the gifts, Mobile Dark. I appreciate it. How are you? Lovely. I'm good. How are you? He did push me down the stairs last night, though. What the fuck, girl? Miriam. He would have lost me the moment he flipped on my kids. Are you kidding me? Lovely, thank you for the follow. Are you trying to shove him off of you? No, he's like, he doesn't want me around them. Oh, he doesn't want you around his family. Have you talked about it? Why does he not want you around them? Yeah, he was 6'3", over 200 pounds, and 5'2", 120. Huge difference. It was scary. Hell no. Carrie, how are you? Thanks for being here. I've been giving him grief for a while. So now it's my shtick. I removed the kids from him for sure, but he still asks to see my youngest. Miriam. I'm so intrigued to know what the fuck is going on. How do you break up with a narcissist who will make you a villain and say it was a blindside 6 years? I mean, the truth always comes out. The best thing to do for a smear campaign is not respond to it. don't give it any attention, because you by giving it attention, you give it a little too much weight. So if you're worried about a smear campaign, your friends know you, your family knows you, people around you know you, just ignore it. Let them throw their tantrum. But okay, it was 13 years ago. At this point, I just want a good man. Everyone wants a good shtick. What's up? Good to see you. Just chilling. Loveship. Thanks for being here. If he put hands on you, he will them too. Bars. Facts. Run. He pushed you down a flight of stairs, girl. I'm telling you, he literally broke me and changed me so bad. I can tell, Miriam. This is so sad to hear. He doesn't say, he just doesn't invite me to. Well, ask him. Ask him. I statements again. Tonight is the night of I statements. I feel fill in the blank feeling because fill in the blank action. And ask him why. Ask him why. Let's get to the bottom of this. Why doesn't want you around his family? Because that's weird. And a red flag. The only way to get through it is to get through it. Bars. I'm very surprised by your beauty. Thank you. Thank you, Cassia. I appreciate you. I love his family and his daughters, so that's why it's taking me so long. I feel you. I feel you, Nails by Kissy. It sucks when you're attached to somebody's kids. It's very rough to spend years with somebody's child and raise them with them, and then you have to just disappear from their life, you know? That's the kiss of death of the step parent, you know? It's like they're not your kids and you have no rights. You know, it doesn't matter. Like you could meet that person when their kid is like a newborn, and you could raise that kid from 0 to 16. And it doesn't fucking matter. You could raise that kid from 0 to 12. Teach them how to ride a bike. Be there for all their little plays and recitals every step of the way. You could have been there for their first steps. You have no rights. It's very heartbreaking. I feel you, girl. It sucks because you do attach to them like they're yours if you're a good person. Like all the parts of me I healed, he destroyed so much worse now. Good men are out there, I do believe. They are out there. Plenty of great people out there. People cannot take what you do not give them. Take that back from him by setting boundaries and keep creating safe space from it. I think I just so badly want him to see what he's thrown away. Well, Miriam, I have some good news and bad news about that. I want him to see so badly what he's throwing away. The narcissist is never going to appreciate what they're discarding. Never. Never, 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 never. They will never appreciate what they're discarding. However, you better believe that you'll be this shiny trophy on a pedestal to the next girl. You better believe he'll be comparing the next girl to you all the time and throwing you in her face of how you were so much better, even though he treated you like absolute shit. But that's what they do. And it's all pretend, you know? And some lonely night, he'll be fighting with her, or they'll break up, and then he'll come back to you, and he'll be like, "Oh, how have you been? I miss the kids. How have you been?" But he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. You know, he just misses his old supply. So he will come back and pretend he sees what he threw away, but it's all a facade. It's all fake. Like, this whole relationship was fake. This whole relationship was a facade. He'll never truly appreciate you. Because to appreciate somebody means to love them, and love doesn't exist in their world. Not in the sense of, I would sacrifice myself for you, which is what love ultimately means. I would sacrifice for you. Your aura is unmatched. Thank you for listening to Understand Well. Of course, I'm glad you're here. Honestly, I feel like a man like you, or you, would literally heal the part of me that was broken. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of trying to save people, but that's something in me that I need to work on, is not trying to save people, but I will. Like, I'll help you. I'll help you heal. I'm very patient and willing to meet your needs, no matter how extreme they are. Like, I have dated extremely anxious people, and I have absolutely no problem being on the phone with them while they sleep. Like, you want me on the phone while you sleep the whole night? I got you. You want to talk to me every second of the day while I'm working? I got you. No judgment. You have needs, you have wounds that need to be healed. I am going to nourish you until you're not that thirsty anymore. I'm going to nourish you until you're no longer starving. No issue with that. And I hope that all of you find that. I hope you all find somebody who is willing to nourish you until you're no longer hungry, until you're no longer starved, no longer thirsty. Do you like talking to Brazilians? I love talking to everybody. And I appreciate you for being here. But the unfortunate part about my mindset is I let people get away with abuse. I let people get away with not appreciating me. I give too much, and I need to be better at receiving, and having my turn to be loved. So that's something I recognize in myself I need to work on. X posted a thirst trap with a caption targeting guys that are the exact opposite of me 6 days after. I mean, you use that as fuel to move on. Why does he keep leading me on and won't cut ties? Because he wants to own you. He doesn't want to love you. You're a trophy up on a shelf. Like, this is my trophy. On to the next trophy. He just wants all of his little trophies up on a shelf, and nobody else can have these trophies. That's why he leads you on, and he won't cut ties. But these are all my accomplishments on my shelf. These are mine, and nobody else can have them, even though I don't want them. Like, I'm not gonna take Miriam out of the wrapper and play with her. I'm just gonna keep her in the packaging. Nobody else can play with her, even though she's. Imagine you're some Toy Story character and you want to be played with. You want to have fun. You want to be loved. But they're just gonna keep you up on the shelf in that packaging. Nobody else can play with you, but I'm not gonna take you out and love you either. And you're choosing to stay in that packaging, hoping that one day he'll take you off the shelf and play with you. And that is limerence. Limerence is hoping that one day they'll love me. If only I were more perfect, they would love me. But here's the thing you need to remember. They're not perfect and you love them. So why the fuck do you need to be perfect first? Because they're so fucking far from perfect. They're so fucking far from perfect. They get angry. They say bad things. They do bad things. They do things 1,000 times worse than you've ever done. And you still love them, but they won't love you? If you're not perfect enough, fuck that. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. And the proof of that is your love for them. So we don't tolerate that bullshit. Not on the Loveship. We don't tolerate one day I'll be good enough. You're good enough right now. My ex wouldn't let me put more than 4 fingers. It happened with my ex-husband, and I was heartbroken about my SK, so this time I just take it. As he thrives in that power and knowledge that he can. Exactly. I never wanted him to change, just wanted his behavior to. Exactly. 100%, Miriam. You don't give a fuck if he ever changes. You just want him to treat you better. You just want him to care. You just want him to consider you. That's it. You don't want him to change because you love him. Ryan, thank you for the follow. My ex is trying to crawl back into my life after years of abusing me. Not today, Satan bars. I would only sacrifice for my daughter and soon-to-be granddaughter. Don't say that. Kissy, don't say that. Be open to love. I can tell you've been hurt a lot. Don't let them win. Don't let people take away your ability to love. I was his first real relationship, unfortunately. He somehow wanted to marry me quick though. I mean, you won't be his last, Miriam. You will be one of many that he uses and throws away. I don't need to be saved. I just want to be loved and understood. Can I ask how old you are? I'm 33. You feel like you could be my mom? Mommy? I just thought marriage would make a difference to him. He was so good. What if you've been dating and they go ghost for a week? Is it still safe to use use I statements? Yes, 100%. Use I statements. Use I statements all day. We want to look for care. We want to look for response. We want to look for somebody who is willing to recognize our emotions and not be the victim. A man like you would make me feel safe and loved, but I have saved myself. I just want the love. I feel you, girl. I just want to be loved too. When will it be my turn? When do I get to be loved? I need to become evil. I need to become a bad boy so that someone loves me. I need to trick them. I need to be like, I'm an asshole and I hate cuddles. And then they'll be like, I can change you. And I miraculously change in 7 days because I can't take it anymore. That's part of the setup. I've never felt like this before. I'd appreciate you so much. Well, thank you. I truly hope one day he looks back on this and everything I did for him. I hope that for you too. I gave way too much with nothing in return. I'm too old for this. Love so hard and so deep. Same. Single, by the way. I just made this decision today to cut someone off. We've been close to 15 years or more. Damn, Rainey. I just hate this pain so much. I can barely function. Love languages are a real thing. And I'm just learning this at 48 years old. They sure are. The best. Some of the best. I mean, let's be real. Amazing dating advice all day. Thank you so much for the corgi shaking sass. I followed you back. The best relationship advice I could give you for love languages. Thanks for the little heart person. The best relationship advice I could give you for love languages is figure out your partner's top 2 love languages and give it to them. And vice versa, Here's my 2 love languages, give them to me. Here's your 2 love languages, I give them to you. They're non-negotiables. The top 2 love languages of your partner are non-negotiables. You have to give them, you have to receive them. Because they are real. 100%. This is how I receive love. And if you don't know your partner's love languages, we give what we want to receive. So if your partner gives you a lot of gifts, a lot of surprises. They come home and bring you candy. They give you flowers, things like this. That means one of their love languages is probably gifts, gift giving. If they're constantly doing things for you, acts of service. Pay attention. Pay attention to your partner and you'll figure out their love language. If they're always touching you, caressing you, holding your hand, physical touch. If they're always telling you how beautiful you are, words of affirmation. We all need all the love languages, but the top two are non-negotiables. So figure them out. I'm over relationships. I mean, Ken, you knew how I was before. I'm so embarrassed. This hurts so bad. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Don't be embarrassed, Miriam. It's not embarrassing to love hard. I love you. I love cuddles. Stay true to yourself for sure. Yami, welcome. I'm single too, Ken. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it so much. Ken isn't single. Ken sure is single. Rainy, thank you for the pink hearts. Y'all have a wonderful night. Love yourself, accept nothing less. Well, thank you. Carrie, thank you for the follow. I'm 29, 30 in November. Good night, Ken. Well, good night. I hope you have a wonderful night, gentle soul. Well, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for hanging out. Yep, that's me. Hello, Amy. If you're ever confused on love languages, you're probably probably with a narcissist. For sure. Good night, King. Hello, Joshua. Thanks for being here. Good night. I know, I'm trying to... narcissists usually have avoidant love languages because they're an avoidant attachment style spectrum personality disorder. I'm not winning you over, but it's okay. But they'll never commit to you. They'll never be intimate. It doesn't matter. We're very confused. You have arrived. Hello, JJ. How are you? Lisa, welcome. You'll know you're dating a narcissist if it feels like you're constantly hitting a wall and making no progress in your relationship or life with them. Aren't you in a 2-year relationship? I'm sure not. Anxious are codependents. Fearful are borderlines. Dismissive avoidant are narcissists core. The narcissistic core is engulfment fear. Can you miss me? Of course I missed you. My love language changed in this relationship for sure. Yeah. Words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, Miriam. This is what the new Mrs. Ken. So I'm a giver. Shout out to being a giver. So beautiful. Thanks for being here. D, thank you for being here. Little Miss Sweet Tea, thank you for being here. How are you? Rainy, thank you for the chili. Katie, thank you for being here. Where are you? I'm in California. Where are you? Miriam, I know Ken well. I know his type. Miriam is married. Very interesting topic. You're so attractive. Thank you. You're so handsome. Just wanted you to hear that. Well, Rebecca, I appreciate you. Thank you. Australia now? Too bad. So sad. No, but there was a time I wanted Ken. Camila, welcome. But then Miriam got married. to a 23-year-old. He dodged me like a smart man should. Jojo, thank you for being here. No, Miriam, you're a wonderful person. Harris, thank you for being here. I know, I'm just kidding. I used to be cool and fun. Not doom and gloom. I don't know. I like the doom and gloom version of you better. Just kidding. Oh, girl, give yourself credit. You're trying. You care. Big hugs. You're a registered nurse, Rainey? Well, shout out to nurses. The real heroes. The saviors. The COVID saviors. What's the purple light? Go to my showcase on my bio and you can grab it. I think the light's only like $35. It's not super expensive. Speaking of what's $30, if you like what I'm saying, book a phone call, book a FaceTime. Link is in the bio. We'll have a one-on-one, just the two of us. It's only $30. I've heard I should raise my prices though. That I'm charging too little. So for the time being, it's only $30. Link in the bio. Book a phone call, book a FaceTime, and we can talk, just the two of us. So you can be more open about what's going on in your life and your relationship, and I got you. I'll help you figure it out in 30 minutes or less. Guaranteed. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Am I right? Kenny Wenny. What is the topic? So beautiful. The topic is whatever you want it to be. All right, thanks for being here. Natalie, hello. Where are you from? Ohio, but I live in California. Where are you from? Nurse here? All these nurses. Well, hello, nurses. The love doctor's here with all of his nurses. I'll take pride in being your type. What do I eat to be so handsome? The souls of everybody who breaks my heart. When someone breaks my heart, I suck their beauty out and I give them back to the streets where they belong. I take it for myself. So if you're wondering, why does Ken keep getting handsomer? For one, I've been losing weight. I'm only like 9 pounds away from my goal. Shout out to me. Shout out to me for getting into the gym and shedding off my weight. But also, I suck the beauty out of people who break my heart. And I keep it for myself. I want to be his type, but I don't know. If I booked a call, I'd start crying, talking about my situation. Well, Hannah, that's what I'm here for. I'm literally here for you to book a call and cry. Cry the entire time. You know? I'll be your TikTok boyfriend. I'll help you figure it out. I'll help guide you towards solutions. I'll help you understand your situation better. I'll help you understand yourself better. And what's better than that? What's better than talking to me 30 minutes and your mind is blown and you understand yourself better than you've ever understood yourself before, and you understand your partner better than you've understood them before? Nothing's better than that, Hannah. It's only $30. Link in the bio. You can also call me just to talk. Amy will book multiple calls because she has an hour plus drive, and she just wants someone to talk to while she drives, and I'll be there. I'll be there in your ear while you drive to work. Ken and I have the same type depending on our gender preference, but I also go for looks, like they say. Yeah, you like doll-looking people. We're just chilling here, the RNs. I know it's nighttime. All the overnight nurses checking on me, ignoring the flat lines in the background. Just kidding. Okay, question. Ask your question, Miriam. No good answer. I'm Ken's assistant, y'all. You can... JJ, no way. Or LPNs, CNAs, all healthcare workers. I don't know what any of that means, but shout out to nurses. You know? Thanks for taking our blood. Thanks for complimenting me on my veins every time you do it. Thanks for saving the world from COVID, nurses. what would we do without you? I'm off this week. I would book a call, but I'm terrified of people now. Hannah, could you be terrified of this? Does that look like a terrified face to you? The loss of appetite and sleep through this. Why is this happening? It's very common when you go through any sort of grief to lose your appetite and having a hard time sleeping. You're feeling all these emotions, Miriam, like all this pain. Like heartbreak is a real pain, you know? And it's the same kind of thing of like, oh, I broke my leg, I got out of surgery, and I'm having a really hard time sleeping. It's because you're hurting. Rainy, thank you so much for cooking the little heart person. Like it's you're feeling real hurt. That's why you're losing sleep. Is because it physically hurts to be alive when your heart is broken. And the same with the loss of appetite is that you're just not even thinking about being hungry. You're so focused on this pain that you have to remind yourself to eat. It's also common during heartbreak to have to remind yourself to brush your teeth and take a shower because you're so depressed you don't even want to get out of bed. But make sure you do. You know, make sure you're laying in your bed smelling fresh, and your breath is fresh. Remember to eat. Try to eat, even if you don't feel like you want to. Drink lots of water. Stay up on that hygiene. Depression fucking sucks. Heartbreak sucks. And it's normal to experience those things. Don't feel bad about it. Grieve in whichever way you want to. And the dangerous thing about heartbreak that my friend would warn me about all the time is drinking. It's okay to drink a little here and there. But my friend would make it a thing of like, if you're gonna drink, I want to be around, you know? Because it's a slippery slope, but no judgment. Deal with the pain the way you have to, but be healthy about it and be aware and just grieve. COVID was a struggle for us in healthcare. You make so many girls flutter. How do we book a call? Link in the bio. So go to my bio, click the link, and then it'll say book a FaceTime or book a call. And you could do either or. Or you can slide into the DMs if you can't figure it out, and I'll help you do it later. I'll walk you through it. You can also just Cash App me and then DM me and be like, hey, that was me that Cash Apped you. The Cash App is in the bio. And we'll book the call that way. Why haven't we had a phone call yet? I don't know, JJ, book it. Book the call. I haven't felt this kind of pain since I lost my sister, really. It's insane to me. I believe it, Miriam. I was there. Like, I've had little heartbreaks in my life, but my first big heartbreak, I couldn't get out of bed for like a month and a half. No joke. I would force myself to go for a walk. You know, it's like, I'll at least walk for like an hour. And then I'd immediately go right back into bed. You know, I'd go for my walk, shower, rot in bed, and just cry. And I would write music as well. I would write. And during that time is when I got inspired and started doing TikToks. The TikTok ideas started to flow. And now here I am. All these years later. And now I feel nothing about that situation, you know? Not a single thing. Not a positive feeling, not a negative feeling. Just very indifferent. So the sunshine comes. I promise. No matter how hard it's hurting right now. Eventually you get to a point of that happened. And I don't care anymore. I would call up on a I'm too afraid I would fall for you and it wouldn't be reciprocated. Well, don't call if your goal is for me to fall in love with you. It's worked before, you know. I've definitely dated someone from a FaceTime. It's not impossible. But but don't let that be your goal. I didn't mean to invite you, sorry. Hopefully accidentally invited somebody to go live. Hopefully they don't accept it because it was an accident. I'm too afraid of the pain and trauma I've suppressed for so long. Hello, Nancy. Remember to lean on your loved ones. Randomly, he will check on me and try to help, but he caused it. But nothing most of today hurts. You need to go no contact literally right now, Miriam. You do not respond to this guy at all. He pushed you down the stairs, Miriam. He's splitting on your children, Miriam. He's splitting on your children and he pushed you down the stairs. He's splitting on your children and he pushed you down the stairs. He's splitting on your children and he pushed you down the stairs. He does not get to check in on you. He has lost that privilege. You know? He can check into a mental institution, but he's not checking on you because he's blocked, Miriam. He is blocked, and you've changed the locks in your home. He doesn't get to see your daughters anymore. He's done. Can you be my friend? Of course I can be your friend. We've been together every day the last 3 weeks, and now silent, so I'm triggered big time. I get you, girl. For sure. I look familiar? Well, maybe you've seen me in your dreams. Just kidding. Or just scrolling. I've seen you before in my dreams a long time ago. I beat you to your pickup line, girl. So that's what scares me. I'd rather you hate me than for you to feel nothing. Indifference scares me, for sure. I know, JJ. I know. That's the best revenge, is feeling nothing. Hello, Chico. Play some Katy Perry music. No, I don't play music in here. This is a Loveship. Loveship doesn't have a radio. Wait, maybe I will call in. Diana, hola. Well, we talked this morning, and it was okay, but nothing since. He won't answer, so no contact it is. No contact needs to be your choice, not his, girl. That's not how it works. I keep trying to call him, and he hasn't picked up for 30 days. So 30 days of no contact. No. No, Miriam, that's not how this works. Can you be mine? I can be your TikTok boyfriend. Click the follow button. People like this use silent treatment as punishment, and you'll forget the bad once he comes back. Absolutely. They don't want to talk. They don't want to solve things, you know? There's a difference between going silent to regroup or silent to give them a moment to reflect on what they've done, and going silent when your partner is actively trying to work through things. And that's how you know the difference of the silent treatment and stonewalling versus this is for the good of the relationship versus you're trying to hold me accountable, so I'm just going to ignore you until you start and until you give up on trying to hold me accountable, you know, until all of a sudden you're begging for me back, but I'm the one that hurt you. Which is exactly what's happening with you. You know, they hurt you, and now they're ignoring you after hurting you. It's literally just to make you submit, make you forgive them hurting you, because the relief of them talking to you again feels so good. This is a trauma bond. You're trauma bonded. I seriously don't know how to do this. There are so many boxes. You're so handsome when you're smiling. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can you go from feeling nothing to something again? Absolutely not. For me personally, when it's done, it's done. I can't speak for everybody. But every single ex-girlfriend I have, I would never in a million years take any of them back. Never. There's a world where it's just me and them. The human race has to end. Sorry. I'm not impregnating any of you. I'm not kissing any of you. In fact, none of you have even touched me, actually. How about actually none of you even touch me? You know, the way it's just nothingness. No attraction. I don't even look at them and I'm like, oh, they were so pretty. No emotions. I feel nothing for them. When it's done for me. You're so easy to fall for. Any woman would be lucky to have you. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you. Me and Miriam wired the same. She gets me. He leaves for work tomorrow, and his work clothes are here, so I'm assuming he will call in the morning. Well, ignore him. Miriam, I want you to put his work clothes outside on the deck, on the patio, whatever it is you have. Outside, folded nicely, in a bag, with a note on it that says work clothes. Nothing more, nothing less. No little fucking cute little heart. Work clothes with a cute little heart. No. No, Miriam. Cold Miriam. His work clothes folded in a bag with a note on it that says work clothes. He can pick them up off the porch. He looks so cute when you smile. Thank you. You must not know his FaceTime dating story. They only call at night. Send him the voicemail. All about confusion. Well, he gets to go out of town back to work, so we'll see. Miriam, you just want to keep hurting, don't you? You love me, Anna? Thank you. Marky, good morning. I'm sorry. Ken, you and I know if Batwoman was a comeback, you'd be smitten. She... Absolutely not. She tried to come back every 2 months. Every 2 months she was trying to get me back. Cold. Nothing. Thank you for your honesty. You're welcome. Can I propose to you? You can propose to me. Go ahead. Will I say yes? Probably not, but you can do it. I'd take him back yesterday. In fact, go to Vegas right now, boo. Or he will keep his tough guy act right now. He's never done this like today. Ariana, hello. Good night, welcome. All about the patterns. A lot of people have been hurt in relationships. It's time to repair. Hello, Eva Vilma, how are you? Where are you from? I live in California. Ken is one of the dangerous ones. I am. Because he genuinely falls in love, but falls out of love too quick. Do I fall out of love too quick? Yes, actually, I do. I'm on a timer. You lose me, I'm on a timer. The clock is... See, I know. I am on a timer. Like, you better fucking fix it, and you better fix it fast. Because when I am off, I am off. And I am off forever. Today, the first time, he's just not called back. When he said or answered me again. I do too. Oh, good. Do you know Brazil? I'm from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Are you an Aquarius? I'm not an Aquarius, but you have 11 more guesses. Oh, that scares me. I mean, it shouldn't scare you. I'm literally so easy to love, you know? Literally, here's here's the key to keeping me around, right? You want to marry me? Care about me. It's that fucking simple. You know? My love languages are quality time and physical touch. You know what that means? Literally all you have to do to keep me is spend time with me and hold my hand. I'm so easy. It's been 6 years for me and I still wait for a comeback. Not me. Karen, thank you for the follow. Why does man keep trying to reach out to the same ex while in any relationship after her? So a guy keeps trying to reach out to the same ex no matter what relationship. I mean, he misses that girl. You know, that's his love. Hello, baby. Hello. Thank you so much. You sound like me. Taurus? No. 11 more guesses. This is mine too, literally. Literally the same quality time and physical touch. You're so beautiful. Thank you. I think I just want closure instead of this limbo. Yeah, limbo is literally the worst. Miriam, escape the limbo. But he's never going to give you closure. Narcissists don't give you closure. Which girl in your life was the Allie to your Noah? A girl you can never forget or love? Anyone the same way again? I didn't hear what your reply. Angel. My reply is they love them. That's their girl. Last guess, Gemini or Libra? No. I'm a Virgo. Brazil. I'm a Virgo. I don't believe in zodiac signs. Typical Virgo. Leonard and Maria, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Answer the question. I'm not answering that question. I plead the fifth on that question. What do y'all care about? Yeah, zodiac signs are bullshit. A Sagittarius. Arena, welcome. Buenas noches. Well, thanks for being here. Good night. Because there is one, there always is. It's not fair because I'm in a recent breakup, you know? But she'll just be like the others eventually. And I'll feel nothing. Handsome guy, Jimmy from San Antonio. I know I sometimes like to see zodiac signs real. Dave Chappelle, I played the fifth. My first ever boyfriend just messaged me. That's super odd. They always come back to me. He could feel it. I'll feel nothing. So maybe I'll message you to talk. They always come back. That's law. That's law, baby. That is law. The ones that do you dirty always come back. Phoenix High. What kind of car are you in? A 3027 Loveship. We're in space. And cars be in space. Thank you so much for being here. Come here to the fall, but I appreciate it so much. Only if you want to talk. Well, the one I want to come back isn't consistently Miriam. You gotta let him go. We don't want a guy who pushes us downstairs and splits on our children. We do not want a guy who pushes us down the stairs and splits on our children. We do not want a guy who pushes us down the stairs and splits on our children. I know, because I always go back. My ex came back after 2 years, and he was a cheater. They always come back. From Barbados. Ask me how much of my young adult life I've spent in court. What the fuck, JJ? Okay, if I let go and go no contact, will he give a damn? Hey, Miriam, does it matter? He pushed you down the stairs, and he doesn't love your daughters. Does it matter if he'll give a damn? Because you shouldn't give a damn. You know? You shouldn't give a Dimsdale Dimmadam about this guy. The owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. You shouldn't give a Dimmadam about this guy. Who gives a fuck if he cares? Who cares? He pushed you down the stairs and doesn't love your daughters. That's enough to make me not care. Good night, Ken. Good night, Rebecca. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. We're still married and same phone plan and have a rent house together. Well, don't. I'll message you. Yes, because I want him to feel a glimpse of what I'm going through. Trust me. If he has narcissistic personality disorder, which I sense that he does, he's already suffering. You know? He's already suffering and he forever will be suffering. Always, if you go no contact, he will give a damn because you are worth way more. Bars. I just texted the guy that should not have first. I'm so nervous now. Chica, leave him. Bars. Alessandra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. Percept news. I say leave him too, Miriam. You're young and pretty. You get a man who's worth it. Yeah, Miriam. You have all these dudes lining up for you now. Your ex just messaged you. I've never done it so hard. You don't have to put up with this, Miriam. Salon, hello. Karen, thank you for being here. Therapy. For sure. Codependence Anonymous. Miriam. DBT. You better believe Ken's in that line. Just kidding. I don't know if he is. But he wants to be. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Chris. I'm worried I'm pregnant with your baby. Brad. Late term abortion it right now. Ken, serious question. Ready? I'm ready for the serious question. If you don't late term abortion that child, Ken will be with me when we're the last two people on earth, maybe. Shield, thank you for being here. You see me down bad too much. I like my girls down bad. Down bad isn't an ick for me. It's a green flag for me. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go to the clinic and get rid of it. I won't need any child support. Good. Because I wouldn't give it. Do you think maybe you're the problem because you're shallow? Watch shallow. I love you. No. I will forever be shallow. I don't get icks is my problem. I feel like not getting icks is a green flag. I am shocked you don't get icks, Miriam, because you were a disorganized attachment. Disorganized are so guilty of getting the ick. They're probably the worst at it, Miriam. Disorganized attachment styles, getting the ick is their love language. Sorry for ranting all sad. That's what we're here for. Hello, Jess. Thanks for being here. We're here for you to rant all sad. I need top dollar, but I won't ask your finances. If they really love you, they won't leave. I have some questionable things. And I've never been dumped. I've ended a relationship. Is there any hope for me having a healthy relationship as a young disabled person? Of course there is. There's love for all of us. I just see way too much potential in people is my big thing. I want to love people that are broken. Here's the thing. I'm a decent looking dude, and I would love I I would love if there was a version of me that was female, you know? I would love a woman who treats me the way I treat people, you know? A lady who's in my league, I'm fine with that. You know, they have to exist. Why you tell me to not be shallow? Hi, Sarah. Yeah, you're decent, just a little, a little too red for me. Decent and proper looking. I love that too. I constantly say I need the guy version of me. Yeah, that's all I need. I just need the girl version of me. You know? Amy, thank you for being here. Rafa, hello. That's literally all I need. I just need someone who cares. Like, the bar is so low. Care. If I tell you I'm hurting, care. If I tell you something hurts me, care. If I'm asking to be considered, care. Just care. Is that too much to ask? Is that so hard? And I would like a man who loves me for who I am, but I guess none of us would have it. Please care. Literally, just care. That's all I'm asking. Be a baddie and care. Same. Like, if I'm sad, hug me and care. That's it. Literally. You're the perfect man. I wish I could keep you. Right, I just want someone to care and cuddle. 100%. Just care about me and cuddle me. Adriana, hello. Hi, Patricia. I don't ask for much. Care about me and cuddle me. If you can cook, bonus. Just care about me and cuddle. And by cuddle, you know what I mean by cuddling. I don't mean cuddling. I like to cuddle, but that's not what I mean. Call me and tell me I'm pretty. I want a clingy boyfriend. Do they even exist? They sure do. I'm a clingy boyfriend. Love your background with the purple and blue lights. Well, thank you. Oh, I do. Very welcome. Thank you for the taps, everybody. Hello, Linda. Something really bad happened to me. Well, Brad, that is very bad. I'm glad you're alive. Thank you for the taps, everybody. I appreciate it so much. How fast do I go there? Like, how fast do I give it up? Like, first date? Yes. I think my red flag is I overexpress my feelings when I don't feel heard the first time. I give it up very easy. I'm very easy. I express my feelings when I don't feel heard the first time. Yeah, Miriam, you seem pretty healthy, Miriam. I just need someone to hold me while I cry. You don't want to tell me? Why not, Brad? Brad needs to read The Body Keeps the Score. It doesn't surprise you that I'm easy. On Christmas Eve 2004? Damn, on Christmas? You have advice for how to be careful on all the DMs and who to answer? Answer whoever you want, Carrie. You're an adult. FaceTime them. That's my biggest advice. See my catfish series. FaceTime them. If you like someone, FaceTime them. Even if you're not ready to date yet, just FaceTime them. Make sure they say who they are. Marcel, thank you for the follow. Ortiz, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. He's like, oh my god, that margarita got to me. I'm so tipsy, sweep me away. Dramatically faints. It's worse than that. It's worse than that. I think I can change a man's life by giving it up. Yeah, I also give it up easy. So Miriam gives it up easy. I give it up easy. Or just a group of people who give it up easy. With a shotgun? Damn. Hi, sir. Hello. How are you, Ron? Not I say the bird. I'll know hope, but I will be for the right one for sure. I got confidence in that area at least. Kind of my weird. I don't think you're weird, JJ. It blew me where I was careful, flighted to Dallas Hospital. I mean, Brad, that's literally insane. How did this even happen? Thank you for the taps. He's like, weird is not the word I'd use for a woman. That was very funny. I was homeless at the time, and my mom's acquaintance me and left me for dead. Damn. That's insane, Brad. That's a crazy story. Timo, how are you? Linda, thank you for being here. You know what's funny? What, JJ? Thank you for the taps, everybody. Timo, thank you for the follow. I have complex PTSD. It's PTSD that won't go away. Juliana, how are you? Every guy I've dated has said I'm the sweetest girl they met. Little did they know. Little did they know. Hi, Juliana. How are you? Hannah, welcome. I can be nice. I'm sure you can be nice. Juliana, I'm in California. Where are you? And not in the fake way. I'm getting so sleepy, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Legal California? Yes, legal California. I feel like Tyler made me start acting crazy, if that makes sense, like huge blowout fights. It does make sense, Miriam. Trust me. I was there for 2 years. I was also starting to act crazy in my last relationship. Do you understand Spanish since when? I know a little Spanish, but I understand Spanish, but I don't claim it to. Juliana, thank you for the follow. Let's get this guy some likes. Born and raised in Orange County next to Disneyland. See? Yo tambien. I have no idea what the fuck that means. Like somewhere I do, but I have to think about it. Jackie, thank you for the follow. Like, I regret doing so much because I didn't want it ending like that. Same girl. I can relate so hard. Like you become such a toxic person dating toxic people. Like they bring the worst out of you because they hurt you so much to the point of you exploding, and then it's like, oh, well, that wasn't healthy of me to do. That's not a reflection of my character at all. What the fuck was that? But you just get so frustrated trying to express your pain, and they just don't care, you know? Toxic friendships also. Like that's just what happens when it's like, I love you so much and you're not loving me back. Why can't you love me back? And this whole time that they're not loving you, they're calling you their soulmate and saying how much they love you, and they're having sex with you like they love you, and they're saying all the words to you like they love you, and they're touching you like they love you, and they're cuddling you like they love you. But they won't fully commit. They won't fully give you the relationship you want. They won't give you roots. They won't give you anything that you should have in love. I'm so quick to apologize, but still sit in guilt. Exactly, Miriam. And it's understandable that you would blow up and be toxic and scream and yell and say things that you don't mean after a prolonged period of being emotionally and mentally abused over and over and over and over, of giving and giving and giving and just begging to be loved a fraction of that much back. Like, just love me the normal amount. You know, I'm not even asking for anything extravagant, a grand gesture, nothing. Just love me as much as I loved you in the beginning. I'm not even asking you to meet me where I'm at now. You know, I'm not even asking you to meet me at the level of love I'm at now. Just love me as much as I loved you in the beginning. Let's start there. Can you please just give me that much? Because you're using my body like you love me that much. But you're refusing to be consistent. You're refusing to give me roots. You're refusing to commit to me. And months and years of that is gonna make anybody blow up. So don't be hard on yourself. And I know the narcissist, the borderline, is gonna make you feel like you're the problem for blowing up. But not them for causing the blow up. Not how they treated you for months and years at a time, but for how you reacted to it in one night. That's the problem. Not the years of the torture I put you through. How you reacted to that torture is the problem. That's the trick, you know? That's the little serpent in the personality disorder relationship. Is, let's not focus on what I did to cause this. Let's focus on the fact that you can even get to that point. You're a broken person because you can get to the point of being mean after I abuse you for 2 years. You know? That's how it goes. So it's normal. Don't beat yourself up for being imperfect, Miriam. And you will learn very fast when you're in these relationships, is like, I better get a hold of my anger. I better get a hold of my emotions, because showing any imperfection, I will never get a point across. We will never solve anything, because my anger is going to be the problem, and not them cheating, not them downloading Snapchat, not them downloading dating apps, not them talking to this person or that person behind my back. My anger is going to be the problem. So I better learn to be a fucking stoic, you know? It's insane how much is asked of you to be in relationships like that. Like, how you're not allowed to be imperfect whatsoever. Meanwhile, they are imperfect and abusive every single day. But you love them, and you don't judge them. And you don't even have the leverage to judge them. Because what are you going to do about it? You love them, you know? You're not the one using them. What about love bombing? That's my favorite low key. I mean, I love to be love bombed. Being love bombed feels amazing, huh? That's exactly what's happening. That is exactly what's happening, Miriam. It's called Darvo. Do you think that you're searching for something in someone else that you can't find in a person? Do you think you are searching for something in someone else that you can't find in a person? What do you mean? I told him this morning that I hate begging him to just show up for me. It's embarrassing. I feel you, girl. What if someone's saying they love me while with other women? That hurts. I mean, they clearly don't love you. Actions over words. Actions are pretty, but they're fake. They're fake with no action behind it. Yep, exactly. If we're sleeping together, things feel okay, and he stays close to me after. It's hard to keep the facade up. My lips are getting chapped. Sorry. Beginning days, both people are lying out of their teeth, masks fall off, and that's why most relationships don't last. I became the I'll sleep with him because I don't want him to find it elsewhere. I know Miriam went through the same thing. Do you get angry too fast or blow up? Recently, for sure. It's something I started working on, but I became that by the end of my relationship, for sure. But I used to not be that way, so I understand Miriam completely. I used to, in the beginning of my last relationship, I remember the first time they split on me, I was just cold, like stone-faced cold, just nodded my head of like, oh, something's happening here. Like, is this a narcissist? Is this a borderline? But I was just cold. But by the end of that relationship, I was not cold anymore. I would get angry and blow up and yell, absolutely. But like I said earlier, that would be used against me instead of the actual issue being the problem. Now my anger is the distraction and the weapon and the thing we need to focus on. Like, we're focusing on my reaction instead of the thing that caused it. It's the Darvo technique. Borderlines use it. Narcissists use it. Where the person being hurt is now in the hot seat because of how they reacted. So I was working on it, and I'm still working on being more stoic, so that can never happen to me again, you know. So my reactions can never be used against me, because now I know to try my hardest to stay calm, so that I don't give toxic people ammunition, and we can tackle the actual problem. Hello, Andre. Often search for things we need in others, like joy, peace, contentment, happiness. People can't give that to us. 100%, Hannah. I agree with that statement. Good night. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here, Hannah. Marcia, hello. OR, how are you? Thanks for being here. Tyler shuts down now and goes cold. I want to fix it right then. Like, I'll do anything to fix it. I feel you, girl. Do you think a 31-year-old male with a 20-year-old female is a red flag? Yes. I do think it's a red flag. Like, I understand that 20 is legal, but that's a child. Don't let anyone lose yourself in your voice. Set healthy boundaries. 9926, hello. I got a job for you. Want to make some quick cash? Don't do it, Valentine. I'm not gonna cap. I enjoy being single, not me. Can't relate. Do you get mad and resort to name calling, or do you get mad and shut down? I've definitely had my moments of resorting to name calling. I'm not perfect, but again, it's something that was brought to my attention at the end of my last relationship, and something I worked on during that relationship, and I work on to this very day, because it was definitely a test. And a realization of I need to get back to who I was, because otherwise it's going to be used against you. It's going to be used against you. It's going to become a weapon. So if you do not have control over your emotions and you're dating, but the funny thing is, like, you're not going to know you don't have control over your emotions until you date a borderline, until you date a narcissist. You know, they're going to fucking bring it out of you. And you're gonna learn of, like, I need this on lockdown. Otherwise they're gonna shift who the victim is every time. So I better get better at controlling my emotions. Otherwise I'm gonna be the bad guy and not you for cheating. Truth Seeker, thank you for the follow. Yusra, thank you for the follow. I hate being mean, but I can snap easily lately. Like full-blown panic, reaction, hurtful words, and that's just not who I really am. Relatable girl. Read the book Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is one of the best books on Stoicism I've ever read. Live, laugh, love. Hello, Eugene. It's really going to help you. It's not based in psychology, so there aren't any confusing terms, or you don't need to go into that book knowing anything about psychology. It's just straight up Stoicism and learning to be the watcher of your thoughts. You're really handsome. Well, thank you. Just smile. I think it hurts so much. Travis, thank you for being here. Okay, and I took psychology last semester, and it blew my mind. But thank you for hanging out with me, everybody. I love you all so much. I'm going to go to bed. Click the follow button if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, @SuperKen TikTok. Emmanuel, thank you for the follow. Sweet dreams. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all so much. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read it. If you struggle with controlling your emotions, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Kathy and Eugene, thank you for the follow. All right, good night, everybody. Sweet dreams.